Welcome to Ethereum Cat Headers Meeting 112. Today we are joined by a project team called EAPS.fun. So before we get into the agenda, we would first go ahead with the project demo, and then we will have our usual. Let me welcome Bruce and his team. So Bruce, if you can maybe introduce yourself, and we will start it from there.
Yeah, thank you, Pooja. Hi guys, I'm Bruce. I'm from Elkstal, and I'm the project manager of EFT's Fund. And I'm very happy to present our project to Ether Cat Headers today. And let me introduce my team member. So Dick. Dick is working on the EIP's grants design, which is the important feature. I will mention it later. And Mike is a product manager of this project. So he's designing the features and the functionalities from this project. Yeah, so maybe let me share my screen. Is that okay?
That's all right.
Yeah. Okay. Second, I need to enable the access. Cool. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. So it's fun. And so because we think ERPs are like more than standards. So that's because it connects the whole entire ecosystem, right? So therefore, like including Ethereum Foundation developers, writers. So that's the reason why we built EIP's Fund, because the connection we think are weak. Because if you look at the details and the standard, we will find sometimes it's hard to understand because they have a lot of code examples, jargons, technical terms. So we hope EIP's Fund becomes the layer 2 of the EIP ecosystem to make the connection wider and easier. So therefore, we created 4 parts of the EIP's Fund project, like website, community, newsletter, and grants. So speaking about the websites, you can think it's an extended version of the official website. So we provided a better UI UX, and the search feature, like if you search, you can search some keywords or the EIP numbers, then you can open the details page for that EIP. And also we provided like a type of contents or something like that, so you can have a better reading experience, sort of things, and also some other features. And for the specific details of the EIP, we aggregate high quality contents, so that make people feel make it easier to find more information. Like for example, for ESD 4337, we will have the ChatGPT generated summary and the video. Of course, we will put your interviews in this position for the CIPs you have interviewed with authors, and also adopted projects, something like that. And and the further reading and more later. So this pretty much it for the website parts. So you'll be wondering why not extend the official website. That's because official websites cannot include irrelevant information, like the products, articles, videos, etc., even though they are helpful and valuable for the readers. That's because people may think the Ethereum Foundation endorse those products, which is incorrect. So we think those information should be maintained by the community. And everyone, we build a process that everyone can contribute to this content through GitHub. So everyone can make pull requests on it. We also think this can help to connecting with communities like Ethereum magicians, Ethereum cat headers, etc. Like we will grab the discussion from the Ethereum magician forum and display and show it on the page. Also, we will put videos related to the specific EIP on the page from Ethereum cat header, and also the events on the events schedule on the newsletter. So we'll help people to figure out where to go to get the latest information from EIP. And also we provided newsletter, so it's gonna help you to stay updated with the community. We have created like 3 issues. Yeah, so like this one. So basically we will have the EIP updates, which is a summary or meeting notes from the EIP editing meetings, and yeah, EIP meetings, etc. So some keynotes, and also the EIP of the week. Like for example, for the past week, the ETH Global Hackathon, they are promoting ERC 6551. So we put more insights and some hackathon project or something like that on the newsletter to help you to figure out like the latest, the hottest topic for EIP. And also anecdotes, which give you some story or interesting stories or history for Ethereum. Like for the past week, there is a discussion. There is a discussion between Solvolid and Vitalik regarding the account abstraction in the beginning of Ethereum. So yeah, we will also include this. Yeah, of course, we will also put some events, EIP events, including the cat header calendar or something like that, to let our subscriber know, yeah, where to get the latest information. Yeah, of course, it's absolutely free, so feel free to subscribe on the website. And the last part is, and the most important, exciting part is the EIP's grants, which is EIP-based grants pool. And we found there are some requirements from the EIP-based successful projects and authors, foundations, organizations. They would like to support, or they expected the EIP ecosystem gonna grow up, right? So for example, for ERC 721, the NFT EIP, there are successful projects like OpenSea, Blur, or some NFT marketplaces. They would like to see there are many developers for develop some tools on this EIP. Also, like more and more EIP extend the ability of based on the ERC 721. So they can put their grants or donation into this EIP grant based grants pool, which will be built on the smart contract, which will be a smart contract, and we will help to distribute to those EIP supporters like new startup who based on this EIP, tech writers and EIP authors, editors who supported this EIP. So this is going to be a bridge between EIP grantors, builders, startup, etc. And also it's going to grow EIP ecosystem with funding and grants. So you can consider it as another version or of Gitcoin grants to provide a better like funding, another funding ways for EIP ecosystem. Yeah, so our vision is to serve as a layer 2 of EIP ecosystem, simplifying and accelerating the adoption of EIPs. Yeah, and yeah, so this project is co-initiated by Alex Dow and Plonker. So Alex Dow is an R&D focused in Web3. So we focus on supporting valuable Web3 public goods and open source. So basically, the majority of our members are developers who want to contribute by using by coding. Yeah, and Plonker is a group of people who dedicated to building the Ethereum ecosystem in Asia. Yeah, of course, we have some advisors, including Victor Zhou and other authors, EIP authors. And this is a completely open source and community-driven project. So everything is open, including the meeting, the weekly meeting, open source codes, and the process, etc. And speaking about the progress and the roadmap, for the past Q2, we have done the website and tooling parts process, and we have started creating the newsletter and some contents. Also, we are building connection with communities like today, right? So we are building connection with Etherpad headers. And for Q3, we're gonna design the EIP's grants strategy with experts like from Dostar, from Geekon, and this is the main task from Zeke. And also we are gonna promote this project to help many people know this project and use it, subscribe the newsletter to keep updated on for the EIPs. So therefore, we need an operator like who can manage the social media and the relationship connection with different communities. Some work like that. So if you guys or if you know someone good at that, please reach me out so we can discuss further. And so for the in the future, so we're gonna keep like promoting and making good high quality newsletters, etc. So we also the public goods we accept the donation and the grants. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my simple presentation for the project. And so feel free to go to EIP.fund to check it out. And also you can join the Telegram group if you want to. That's pretty much it, Pooja.
Thank you so much for this presentation, Bruce. This is definitely a good progress towards tooling with respect to EIPs. I hope that the information shared will enable more new authors to learn more about the process and also to be able to learn about how we are managing EIPs. Sharing information with this also help developers to use those EIPs in project. So thank you so much for your effort over here.
Thank you, Pooja.
Anyone on the call, if you guys have any question for this project or any suggestion to make it even better, please feel free to share. And Bruce, where people can reach you, if you could let community know about it.
Great project, happy to see it. I mean, I think there'll probably be a certain level of discovery trying to figure out how to make things more accessible. The GPT-4 plugin over there, I think, is actually very clever. Be interesting to see how it develops. And I think the motivation behind why you're doing it makes a ton of sense. And I think that it really has the potential to be a great project. So yeah, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, thank you, William. Feel free to subscribe to the newsletter. Yeah.
Very well. So if I remember correctly, there was this conversation that perhaps you may need more people to help out with them. What would be the best place for interested people to maybe reach out to you guys? Is that okay to reach you somewhere on the Caterers Discord?
So we have like a Telegram group.
Awesome.
If you have interest, you can join us in the group. Thank you.
So maybe you can share the QR code of Telegram group.
Can you help me to generate one?
Let me find it.
Okay. Yeah, I can send the URL into the.
If we can have the link of the presentation that you have just shared, and if you can have the QR code over there, we will be happy to share that presentation with the community.
Yeah, okay, yeah, cool. I'll add a QR code and send the link to you. Thank you.
Very well. Thank you so much for the presentation. Moving forward to this Ethereum Cat Herders meeting, we will go ahead and take a look at the Ethereum network updates. And that will be followed by events, fellowship, hackathon, related information, and general discussion. Our guests are welcome to continue watching this meeting, and we are really excited to have this project get more popularity in the ecosystem. The first item on the agenda was project demo, and now we are looking into the network upgrades. So from the latest client developers meeting, DevNet 6, which is there for DENCON upgrade, is passing tests. DevNet 6 was focused on EIP 4844, so will be DevNet 7. It is expected to be launched this week, and we would like to further test EIP 4844. So no other EIPs will be a part of DevNet 7 as of now. However, we are hoping if everything goes good, DevNet 8 will be fully featured DevNet with all proposals in. So by any chance, if this does not happen, that DevNet 8 is not fully featured, perhaps the developers will revisit the upgrade timeline and we'll get to know more about the DENCON testnet and mainnet upgrade dates. With Deneb, we are expecting the deprecation of engine exchange transition configuration. Mikhail Kalanin shared a HackMD with the detailed process that has to be done by the execution and consensus layer client development team. I will share the link to the HackMD in the agenda. I think I have not done it already. Here is the link for people to refer in the chat, but I will also make sure to add it in the agenda. We are developing, we are expecting another testnet, which is called Holesky. The launch date will be March date, that would be September 15. EF DevOps and other testnet support team are working on development of this testnet. Genesis for this is expected, Genesis state for this is expected to be ready by the end of July, and Puri and team has got confirmation from client team to have it with 1.7 million validators on board. It's going to be a larger testnet, which will eventually replace the Godly testnet, which is a public testnet for any project testing. We are expecting Holesky to be there after September, of course, and that would be testing DENCON. The progress of the Genesis preparation can be tracked on issue. I'm sharing the link here, that is Ethereum PM, issue number 814. They can follow the comment and they can track it. There is also a GitHub repository for Holesky testnet particularly. Have shared link in the chat, so people can follow that. Apart from that, there is another EIP, which is kind of going to be a big one for the upgrade following DENCON, and the EIP number is 7002. It is execution layer triggerable exits. It's not going to be a part of DENUP or DENCON upgrade at the moment, but this has been merged as a draft, and we hope to have this change coming up in the track or whatever is considered to be the next network upgrade. So check out EIP 7002. Other than that, I have added related links to EIP 4844 implementers call, and there is the list of CanCon EIPs added here. There's also a readiness checklist for CanCon. We are expecting a readiness checklist for consensus layer soon. People can follow the conversation with the proposers of EIP for DENCON in P-Penny playlist, link added to the agenda. On other protocol development research, we have added links to Verkle implementers call 2 and EOF Meeting 17. People can also follow EF Mega Specs. And if there is anyone interested in helping out with testing or writing test script for EF Mega Specs, please reach out to EOF developers, or you can also reach out to me on CatHerders Discord. I'll be happy to point you towards the right person of contact here. Any question, comments so far? Very well, these were just the information from protocol upgrade side. Moving on to the next section, which is event fellowship and the hackathon. Dev Connect, which we are expecting in November this year, it's going to be happening in Istanbul. They have announced a scholar program. The last date to apply to this scholar program is July 23rd. It's a program where we are trying to invite more people or individual experienced or having knowledge in protocol development, Web3 development, privacy, security, and more. Please check out the details of application, and either you can apply or you can nominate someone here. The link is added in the agenda, and the email address is devconnect-scholars@ethereum.org. On general updates, we have ECH stats that for Twitter, Discord, YouTube, and LinkedIn. We have also added the link for joining or following Ethereum CatHerders on various social media platforms. I suppose we made some progress on ECH engineering side in updating the ECH website and the page for DenCon. Yeah, I see George on the call. George, do you have any update to share? By the way, great, Zik. It's a very good opportunity to share more about the project in Istanbul.
Hey, sorry, I was struggling to get off mute. Yeah, I'm not. So when it comes to updates with the DenCon, we fixed a couple issues in the page where there was a mix-up with the neb and confusing the execution layer and the consensus layer. And we also updated the EIPs in consideration, as well as the readiness checklist and implementation table. So it should be pretty up to date when you check out the page on the website. Other than that, I don't think there's any other updates unless we want to talk about the EIP's repository. But that's kind of in static mode based on recent updates. So
yeah, right. Yeah, well, thank you so much. I think I totally missed on this part. There are a few other EIPs under consideration that could be a part of Geneva upgrade. So my earlier list contains only 5 EIPs, which are part of Cancun, but there are, I suppose, 2 more. 7044, perpetually valid signed voluntary exit, and 7045, increase max attestation inclusion slot. People can follow that on ethereumcatherders.com/DenCon page. These are also part of the next upgrade. And thank you for adding updates. And I can see the page is like very well updated up till DevNet 5. Perhaps we will add DevNet 6 and 7 there as well. And yes, I think it would be a good idea to share about the EIP page that we are trying to improve here and provide a placeholder for people to share more about their project. So it's not like a detailed one like EIPS Fund talked about, but on a very precise way, we would be hoping to have it displayed if you would like to maybe share more about that. Yeah.
If you want me to share more about it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I suppose we were hoping to have the Google Sheet or like information shared in the form of Google Sheet, and we will update one of the pages of ethereumcatalyst.com, right?
Yeah, so we wanted to make it pretty easy where anyone could add information related to the existing EIPs, where they could provide like references to packages, implementations, as well as like any projects that have implemented it, just as kind of like a nice resource for hackers and builders to implement in their own projects, and just provide more resources for that. It's to be used for anyone, so that could be like even other projects if they want to have this as kind of like a reference for their own projects for like say the ERC website and so forth. They can. This is just to add as additional help.
Right. The idea here is to just have this information shared to people, like which project are using which EIP or ERC. So project using any particular ERC can add them as like, project implemented this ERC, and they can also share their link of the GitHub repository if they are open source, very well useful for other people, or as they can let people know more about their project and how that ERC helped building up the project. So that's going to be a very high level information, and we are hoping to have this page, ethereumcatalyst.com/EIP page updated there, and we will make the Google Sheet available over there. Did I miss out on anything, or that's all we have to cover on this?
I think that's it.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. All right. The next one is ECH operations. We did create this community playlist in which we are trying to upload the PPNE shots. And as I was talking to Bruce earlier, this meeting today, that we would be hoping to have project demos separately added. And we will try to share that with the community so people learn more about projects. I suppose I was supposed to start a project board for the project demo project, so people can, select a date and reach out to us for demonstration of the project. I will make sure that it is created before the next meeting. So anyone listening to this call, if you are interested to share more about your project in the Ethereum ecosystem, you can reach out to us on Ethereum Catalyst Discord, and we'll be happy to have this project demo session allocated for you to share more and invite community participation over there. There was a couple of other bullet points. I am not sure if we made any progress. Wondering, Santosh, if you would like to add anything. Yeah.
There's not much of the progress, but with this call, we'll try to split our meeting recording into two, and one will be the project update upload alone. Or we can have a separate playlist that can be added by tomorrow. That is something I can work on.
That would be great. Thank you. I will share the recording with you so you can work on it. And the project board, thank you for help here. I think I initiated, but somehow it was not completed. So we can take it from where it was left. I appreciate the offer. All right, on ECH podcast, I think we are up to date. We will be releasing Peep and Eep podcast for episode 111 this Thursday. And yeah, we are up to date on that. So we are continuously sharing every talk on Ethereum Cat Herders podcast. People can follow the podcast on ethereumcatherders.com/podcast. I'm just trying to verify the address. Yes, that's right. Here we have information of all our podcast platform like Apple, Castbox, Review, Pocket, whatever is your favorite podcast platform. You can find Ethereum Cat Herders over there, and you can follow the conversation on Peep and Eep and many other interviews of projects earlier done by William Shaw. It's kind of jam. I would highly recommend following interviews and yeah, the Peep and Eep episodes over there. Next is EIPS Insight and EIPS Insight website. So for the month of July, we have one final EIP, one in last call, and there is only one proposal in draft so far. It's just 4th of July today, and it's just 4 days past, so it's good. For some time, there was some issue with the ETH bot, and it was not merging. So the proposal 6381, public non-fungible token emote repository, it was approved in the past month, but it got merged this month. So that's the final ERC. One proposal is in last call, which is ERC 6066, signature validation method for NFT. The last call deadline is July 10th. We highly recommend people to share their feedback on Fellowship of Ethereum Magician. If you have any, because once the proposal moves into the final status, we may not be able to make any further changes to the proposal. There is this one proposal which has been taken out from statement status. Number is ERC 3643 TREX, token for regulated exchange. People can share their feedback, comments, thought on Fellowship of Ethereum Magician. We look forward to have more updates in upcoming month. And yeah, people can also follow EIPS Insight website. I'm aware that team is working on having a new look and feel for the present website, and perhaps will come up with some more charts and stats to provide better analytics of EIPS. It's good to see so many tools being developed around EIPS. There is another piece of information to be shared with the community following EIPs and ERC. In the last EIP-IP meeting, there was the discussion, and in fact, this discussion is there for quite some time about the split of the repo. ERC would be having a separate GitHub repository. This is going to be a change in process of submission proposal of ERC category only. And as of now, we do not see the change with respect to any other type or category. We are working on tooling. We are hoping to have bot enabled for both repository, the EIPS repository and the ERC repository. We hope to have more information coming up. From the past all ERC dev meeting, it was shared by Victor that people do not have a ton of objection, like somewhere in support of the split. Some said that we don't care, and one person said that I have some concern. We will hope to answer all the related questions about this EIP repository split kind of thing. Please feel free to join EIP-IP next meeting if you have any thoughts to be shared with the EIP editor. In parallel, as I mentioned earlier, we are working on having bots enabled, so both EIP depository and ERC depository may be able to function without any issues. On P-Penny, This week we shared an EP on keeping up with Janab specs with Gajendra Singh. It was about the specs working and development on client side. We did share about EIP 4844 and the roller coaster all client team went through in the development of implementation of this proposal on their client. There are a few more update which I think validator community may value. So we recommend people to follow the recording of episode 111. For upcoming Keep and Eat meeting, please follow the schedule linked here on the agenda. On meeting notes, I suppose we have received meeting notes for all meeting except ACDE 164. I'll have to check with the
No,
user working.
yeah, it's ready. I just shared the PR in 40
Okay,
minutes.
perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much.
So there was some issue with my GitHub. So there was two notes I have to share. One was the ECH 111 and this. Both should be up in an hour.
Awesome. Very well. Thank you so much. Oh, sorry. Did you mention about the consensus meeting, right?
Yeah, our consensus 112.
Okay. Yeah, right. No, I think we do not have the ACDE meeting notes as well. So we will have to check with the resource.
Okay, I'll check. Maybe I'll follow.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. I haven't got a chance to look into the update on Twitter side of ECH. Contributors to send weekly tweets. I suppose they'll be working on this tweet or repost thing. Is that the correct understanding?
On the tweets, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, mostly we'll try to reshare it from the ECH site. Maybe if I can get an access, I can start with it.
Very well. I think that is all. I would also like to share one other information. Next meeting will be joined by Project Octant. Project Octant is a project by Team Column, and they have considered Ethereum cat herders for public good fundings. There are 10 projects considered for the first round of public good fundings. Ethereum cat herders are one of those. They would love to have some kind of voting done, and for that we would need to coordinate it with the POAPs. So people having these special POAPs will be able to vote. There will be a snapshot, I think, by 22nd of July. So people will be able to vote in, I think, the last week of July. So Ethereum cat herders members, please let me know if you are open to supporting that. And I will share the POAPs with you. Anyone willing to support Ethereum cat herders for voting over there, please reach out to me. Yeah, thank you, Bruce, for sharing this information and adding this in the comments so people can also follow. We have many developers, designers in LXDAO, okay, working on public goods and open source project. Thank you for the offer. Yeah, we would love to have. Cool. And I think that is all. Anything else anyone would like to comment, share, add? Very well. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. And for people in the United States, happy 4th of July. See you all in 2 weeks. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
You, bye-bye.